I'm going to be showing you the controls for your new Honda Jazz SE. I'm going to start with the touchscreen display. So along the side here, you've got your home button, your volume button as well. However, you can also use, of course, the volume controls on the steering wheel too. Your menu option and the back button. Going to start with pairing a phone on your new car. So if I go to settings, you'll see you've got a few options on here, but to pair a phone, we're going to click on Bluetooth/Wi-Fi. On the drop down list here, the second one says Bluetooth device list. If we click on that, there is nothing there at the moment, so the only option is to add a Bluetooth device. So if I click on that one, make sure Bluetooth is on and set discoverable on your mobile phone. So at this point, you'd click continue, go onto your phone's settings on your phone, and then obviously it will search for that phone. There is nothing in the car at the moment, so it won't pick anything up. At that point, it will find your phone. If you click on your phone and then click yes to pair in, and that is your phone then paired up. Also, you've got your audio. So if I click on audio, it does sometimes come up like this. However, if it doesn't and it just comes up on whatever is playing, if you click on source in the corner, you've got your options for all the different ways of playing music. So for example, CD. If you want to put a CD into the car, the CD is just here, and then your eject button is there. If there is a CD in, however, obviously we can change it to CD. If I want to change it from CD to, say, USB, if you've got a USB stick with music on, click on source again, and then change it to this one here, or even your Bluetooth if you're using it from your phone. But then of course you've got your normal FM radio and also DAB radio, which picks up a lot more radio stations. So DAB, it will come up with whatever was last played. Now what I'm going to do to get up all the radio stations is click on menu. And it will bring up this page. If you assemble list, so if you click on that one there, it'll bring up the different areas. However, what I usually tend to do is just click on all assemble, and you'll see all of the radio stations appear. If you've got a favourite, for example, if you really like Capital, it's a copy and paste. So if you hold down for a few seconds, let go. I'm going to use the back button to go back to where I was. And then this tab here, folder tab, click on that one. You've got some presets saved on this one. So for example, if I hover over this one here, it will then change it to the one that you've just copied and pasted. So that's the touchscreen display. Underneath, you've got all your air conditioning. So this is the temperature. Obviously, you've got cold to hot, and using a little red dot there just to where you want it to. This is the speed. So you've got 1 to 4. Just using that little red dot there as well to line up. And of course, here is where it goes to. So you've got, for example, front and feet, just feet, and then of course you've got your screen options as well. Down here, you've got heated rear windscreen and heated door mirrors. If it's picking that up in the camera yet. And then this one here is your air conditioning. So obviously when it's on, the green light appears, your aircon is on. Down here, you've got a HDMI port, USB port and power outlets. Quite useful if you want to charge your phone whilst you're on the go and out and about. And then this button here is start and stop technology. So it will cut out of red lights and junctions if you want it to help save on a bit of fuel. It is personal preference, and if I just show you using that button, when I turn it on and off, you can see that orange light just appear just there. It's a bit blurry on the camera, but as you can see, it turns on and off. It depends obviously whether you want it on, of course. Indicators as normal on the left, and then you've got lights off. They're lined once into auto, just trying to catch it there on the camera, or you can use it manually and use the lights manually yourself. Your fog lights are this one here, so once for front and then again for rear, and then to turn them off, just backwards and off. Your wipers are on the right, so it's up for a one-off wipe, down for automatic, and then to change how sensitive the auto wipers are is just this middle one here, so you can change how sensitive you want that to be there. And then of course down for the different speeds. We've got cruise control on the steering wheel, so I'll start with that first, but obviously we do have speed limiter as well. So what I do, just looking at this screen here where the time is, if I click main, you'll see that that will change. Just try and focus it. So you can see there, it appears with limiter, LIM. To change it from limiter to cruise control, if you click limiter on here, it will change from LIM to a circle. I'll try and show you there. So just in the corner it appears in a circle instead. That's your cruise control. So with cruise control, you still use your accelerator, but stops you from overriding the speed limiter on the speed limit, and then cruise control, you still you take your foot completely off the accelerator. So with speed limiter, make sure your circle is on that dashboard, get to the speed you want to get to and push down on set. Once you've done that, you'll set it to whatever speed you were doing. Take your foot off the accelerator. You've got up and down, so this will go up and down a mile per hour. So if you were at, say, 60, but you wanted it to go to 65, just push up 5 times on that button. And then to take it off, you click main, it will cancel it out, but brake will also cancel the cruise control out as well. So speed limiter instead, using this button, if I change it, so it says LIM on the dash, and if I push down on set, if you're driving at a certain temperature, it will, driving at a certain speed, it will recognise that and set it to that speed. And then of course you still use your accelerator, and using these ones again, if it's set at 30 and you want it to 35, just press up 5 times and then use your main to turn it off. Once you've paired a phone up, you've got your answer, hang up and voice recognition along here, just pushing them towards you. And then your trip computer are these buttons here, so you can flick through and it will change what's on the background. Down here is where your parking sensors are, so as long as this green light's on the P, it will mean your parking sensors are on. This one here is lane departure warning, so if you do go over the white lines unintentionally, it will bleep. Again, personal preference whether you want that on or not. Obviously if you use your indicators, it won't go off. And then to adjust your door mirrors, if you push that one to the right, and then of course use that circle underneath to adjust it, and then left, and then use that one to adjust the left one. This one here is to fold your door mirrors in, and then use the same one to push them back out again. Hopefully that's everything. If there is anything you're unsure of though, of course, feel free to give me a call or pop in.